Welcome to Cons and Crimes and How to Protect Yourself. I'm Deborah Sherman. Today, let's talk about your passwords. Studies show that the average person has about 70 online accounts. That's a lot of passwords to remember, which is why a lot of us take the easy way out and we reuse the same passwords over and over again. But experts say reusing our passwords is like giving hackers the key to all of our accounts. When hackers breached Adobe, they stole records from 38 million people.
So I found my work email address and my personal email address,
including Troy Hunt in Australia. The security researcher began collecting and posting every single breached record so people can search his database and learn if their accounts have been compromised.
That was the original idea, just to have a sort of a fun little project.
Troy's site is called haveibeenpawned.com. To date, he's collected more than 10 billion stolen credentials. If you type in your password, you're likely to find you've been pawned several times. That's because the bad guys have figured out 75% of us recycle our passwords.
I think everyone knows that if you reuse your password, you're creating a risk for yourself. But we do it anyway, and we tend to do it until something actually goes wrong because it's convenient.
It's convenient and the reason so many of our accounts are hacked. Once criminals get your credentials from one breach, they try logging into your other accounts. And 81% of the time, it works. In fact, password reuse is how Disney Plus was breached last year. Using a method called credential stuffing, the hackers only used passwords from hundreds of previous security breaches to log into Disney Plus and hijack thousands of accounts. A ZDNet investigation found within hours of the attacks, the accounts were put up for sale on the dark web.
Time and time again, it's people gaining access to systems just simply because they already have the person's username and password from another data breach, and that only happens because of password reuse.
Troy says the attacks will never stop. Cyber criminals reportedly steal nearly 100 passwords every second, or more than 8 million passwords a day.
Anyone can do that from anywhere in the world with very little sophistication. It can be a kid in their bedroom. And incidentally, it's often a kid in their bedroom doing this sort of thing. It's literally legally children a lot of the time.
Having just one strong password won't protect you. As this website shows, it just takes a little time to crack. Worse yet, it takes companies an average 7 months to realize they've been breached and report it, allowing the attackers to keep using and selling your information.
I had a Dropbox account, I had a LinkedIn account because I'm a normal person, and I can't do anything about the fact that they had a data breach. All I can do is mitigate my own risk if they did.
To lower your risk, Troy says use a password manager like 1Password. The service creates one encrypted password for each of your accounts.
If that's the only place you use the password, then that's the only place it's of use. They're not going to get into your Facebook, they're not going to get into your bank, they're not going to get into anywhere like that. So what we're really doing is kind of creating like these little silos of risk. Like every website becomes a little silo. It's like, yes, you could get my password from there if you sort of compromise the entire website, but that's the only place that's going to do any good. The other silo sitting next to it is completely unique.
Still, some worry, what if the password manager is hacked?
And the answer is easy, you're screwed. Like you're really screwed. The question we've got to ask though is what is the likelihood of a password manager being hacked? And the reality of it is that if you use a password manager in the way that it is meant to be used, the likelihood is extremely low.
What's great about password managers is that you can forget all of your passwords except that one master password. A huge thanks to Troy Hunt of haveibeenpawned.com, who spoke with us all the way from Australia. If you enjoyed our story today, please share it with your loved ones and subscribe for a new tip every Wednesday. Let's work together to beat the bad guys. I'm Deborah Sherman. Thanks for watching. See you next week with a new episode. Be safe out there.